Back at it, man, for another week of laughs and fun, and hopefully everything else in between. At least that's how I always want it to be, most definitely. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video and another new week of stand-up comedy, you know? Man, as I keep starting over again, all the joy and all the excitement just keeps overwhelming me over and over and over again with each passing week. And yeah, we're gonna get into it today, and we're gonna get into somebody that I have not gotten into before. And I don't know what really came over me, though. It's almost like my eyes kind of do this weird thing where I'm scrolling through stand-up comedy clips here, and I'm just going like, you know what, let me see who I'm gonna stop on. It's like a slot machine for picking comedians. And then I stopped and I saw this dude right here, and this bit that we're gonna get into. So this guy's name is Shane Gillis. And the Gills, yeah, Gillis, okay. Make sure I got that right at least. I've never seen this guy stand up really. I think I've seen him around on a couple of things. I don't remember what, but he definitely looked familiar to me. And yeah, when I saw him, I'm like, okay, let's see what this guy's talking about. And this bit is gonna be titled Trump Bit. Okay, so he's obviously gonna be talking about Donald Trump, former American president. Oh man, I hope it doesn't get too serious or nothing like that, man, because I hate chiming in on serious things, but I will from time to time. And serious, I just mean like something that's supposed to be serious, but probably isn't, you know, because that's how we handle things. We're nuts here in the States and in America, but hey, let's go ahead and see what he's talking about. So yeah, Shane Gillis with Trump Bit. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, I feel myself getting more and more comfortable, well, you know, with each passing week, you know, as much as excited. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping all your suggestions up here and ready to go. And also making sure that I let this brain go to work so I can pick some stuff that let you guys inside my head, you know, at least do that for some of the part at the very least. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this one, man. Shane Gillis with Trump Bit, right here on Eddie B TV, new week of stand-up comedy. Let's get our laugh on. Clear my throat too, man. All right, let's get situated with this one here. Here we go.
Like, I'll never watch a debate ever again. Can you imagine, like, just a regular debate now? After we witnessed the GOAT. Undefeated in debates. And he never said a fact. You know how impressive that is? He was funny and he argued like a fifth grader. He was unstoppable. People would try to hit him with statistics and facts. He would just go, wrong. Like, holy fuck, dude. How was no one prepared for this?
I remember that, man. Ridiculous.
Go back and watch those debates. You forget how good, how electric that shit was. Don't tell your friends in Austin. They'll be mad. Just get a six-pack, toss on a Trump highlight video on YouTube. It's a good night, dude. Why? I went back, I watched his first debate. That's like my favorite one. At the time, Trump was polling at like less than 1%. Like no one liked him. If you guys like him now, you didn't back then. And I know that because I watched my dad. My dad at the time, he would like, anytime Trump even came on TV, my dad would be like, get this fucking joker. Get him off the fucking screen. And then now my dad's like, you know, fucking guys can't go to the Capitol? He's like, guys can't have fun anymore? He's like, and it was because of the debates. That's what did it, dude. That's how we got Trump, these debates. And the first one is the best one. So it's a Republican primary. Everyone's up on stage, and they're all still doing their political shit. So like the first couple guys that talk are like, I'm from Kentucky, and I love education. And the crowd's like, nice. We didn't know what was coming. And then the next guy's like, I'm from Georgia and I love religion. The crowd's like, pretty good. This is a good one. This is a heated debate. And then it finally got to Trump's turn to talk, and he was just like, Rand Paul is ugly? And the whole crowd was like, oh! We didn't know you could do that in this. You can just do that as your thing?
Yeah.
And Rand Paul was like, all right, everybody, settle down. We're trying to have a debate here. And the whole crowd was like, shut the fuck up, Rand Paul. Ugly bitch. And we just kept throwing dorks up on stage to make them debate Trump. And it was not fair. It was mean for us to have done that to people. These guys were in politics their whole lives. And they just had to debate a fucking maniac up there who didn't give a fuck, dude. And I hate to, it was fun to cheer for him in the debates. It was fun to cheer for him in the debates. Because he was going up against guys that had been in politics for like 40 years, and then he showed up to the event like, oh, fuck it, what are we talking about? Like, it was like, he had no clue.
That's what it felt like.
Every week he had no fucking idea. There's one debate, he's like in the middle of it going back and forth about the economy with Ted Cruz. They're literally talking about the economy, and in the middle of it he's just like, Ted's wife, ugly as a dog. Like, dude. Holy shit, dude. Ted was like, I'm from Texas. You don't talk about a man's family like that. You've got a dog wife, Ted. It was like, everyone knows. Yeah, and a week later, Ted Cruz was on TV like, I support Donald J. It's like, you pussy.
Yeah.
I will say this. The one thing that sucked about Trump losing was, for me, was because I just figured out kind of how to do his voice. Which that's kind of a bummer that it's not hard to do Trump. It's all you have to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Just do that. Do that a second off from where it should be in the sentence. And then you don't have to sound like him. All you have to do is like get his cadence down. It's very easy. All you have to do is like describe something and then say you described it that way. That's it. It's every time. Like, what a big room this is. I walked in here, I said, wow, what a big room. That's it. Every time.
You sounded just like him, dude.
Austin. A lot of homeless.
Oh, my God.
I walked in here, I said, wow, that's a lot of homeless. You got a lot of homeless. What are you guys doing about it? Whatever you guys are doing is not working. So just switch. I don't know what to do either. But do something.
Yeah, help the homeless.
A lot of tents.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Why? It's been making me laugh thinking about Trump, like, not understanding why people are homeless. I walked out, I saw him, I said, why? Are you living in tents? I could never, these guys. But I will say this about Trump. I don't want you guys to I don't want to turn this into a rally. I don't want you to.
You already got started.
I will say this, and don't freak out. Just listen. I think it's fair to say that of all the presidents we've had, I think it's fair to say that Trump would have been the funniest one to see get shot. You know? Yeah, dude, the Patriots got fired up on that, dude. I was having fun at this show. No, look, I didn't even say it would be funny. I said funniest. It's a huge difference. Technically, there's a funniest of everything.
Okay, yeah, that's
There
real.
is. It doesn't make it funny, but there is, like, think of the worst thing you can think of. There's a funniest one. I'll go first. I'll think of one. School shooting.
Oh.
None of those are funny. Zero funny. But maybe there was one where, like, the horse girl in the class, like, could sense something was coming. You know what I mean? They were like, what's wrong? And she was like, like, you know?
He's stupid for that. He's stupid for that one.
But back to what I was saying about, if you had, what I said was true. If you had to rank them from least funny to funniest assassination, easy number one. For real, he'd be talking shit like when it happened. He'd be doing like a rally. He'd be like, my opponent's gay. I walked in, I saw him. I said, wow, this guy's gay. The shooter would be coming out and be like, sit down. You're gay. You're gay. Get hit, he'd definitely make a funny noise into the, like he'd get hit, be like, and fall. He'd fall funny.
What is wrong with him?
I will say, I did.
That is funny, though.
I did write that joke before Biden could be added to the rankings. I don't think he would be the funniest, but the only reason Biden might be the funniest is because I think Biden's the first president you could punch assassinate. You know what I mean? Just walk right through the metal detectors and be like, Mr. President, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Just a body shot.
That'd be cold. Oh, okay, that's the end of it. All right. God. Yeah, well, he made some good points in that one, man. Hella funny ass dude right there. Well, needless to say, I want to see more of this guy in the future, man. He's a nut for that. All right, man, that was Shane Gillis with his Trump bit. Oh boy, man, like, you see, he did make it goofy and funny the whole time, you know, but still, man, I got to unpack a little bit. You know, one thing that I will say that I am very, just baffled about when it comes to this country is how we decide who's popular and who's infamous or whatever. It's weird how we decide that as people here in America, man. I never understood it. It's almost like everybody's expecting everything to happen in like the form of a movie plot twist or something. You know, it's just really strange. And we always like, you know, like one thing I've noticed, like I remember when The Dark Knight came out and Heath Ledger, may he rest in peace, man, like the greatest role that I've ever seen played on film. One of the greatest, you know, if I could say that at least. But the thing that like really tripped me out about it was that, you know, on the covers of some of the DVDs, I think there might have been more than one different cover, but the Joker's on the front of the cover. So it's like the villain is the thing that's being glorified in pretty much the whole thing, which is crazy because when you watch the movie, if you guys have ever seen The Dark Knight, I swear, the Joker was a better character in the movie than Batman was. It was a trip, man, because I was like so like mesmerized by this character that Heath Ledger played, man, that it was almost like I completely forgot who the hell Batman was in the whole thing, which was a trip. And that's what I think is crazy about Donald Trump being elected president. It's almost like the more ignorant he was, the more popular he was, which is something that I'll never understand ever. I'll never look back at this election and feel like, oh, well, the right person won or anything like that. Like, it's weird because like we seem to have really set the bar pretty low when it comes to electing presidents. You know, I mean, you know, whatever their political knowledge is whatever, you know, but it's just like, wow, you know, the people that we have decided to pick in the last, you know, 40, 50 years, you know what I mean? When I look back on them, it's just kind of like, ugh. You know, it's kind of like a half held up high moment, and then you're just kind of like, down in the dumps, man. It's just a weird thing to me. But he was right though about those debates, though, man. It was almost like the camera guy was probably like losing focus or something like that. Like, what is going on here? We don't know what the deal is. You know, like me, I've already let it be known I don't care about politics. I don't believe in it. I don't think anybody's doing a good job, whether you lean left or right. I think it's just a clusterfuck of absolute nonsense, you know, but it's gonna keep going, you know, every 4 years we're gonna have to keep going through the same thing and whatever goes on in the middle. I don't believe really that anybody's truly qualified to, you know, have the job, as you can clearly see if you have objective eyes and you don't lean far left or right. But yeah, man, it's like my woman is a crazy lefty liberal when it came to like, you know, all this election stuff and all the COVID stuff, you know. Doesn't make her a bad person, just means that's how she feels. And like the more I notice, you know what I mean, what she's into, and then I look back and see what's going on the other side, I'm just thinking, yeah, both of y'all are pretty full of shit. Both of y'all are pretty full of it, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter who's president, really. yeah, it's just like what crap version are we gonna get? You know, and that's all that. That's how I look at it, pretty much from top to bottom, front to back. But the fact that he did say the things that he said in some of these debates, man, and I look at I was just like, whoa, how is like no one just like hitting the timeout button, cutting the cameras and everything and just going, dude, are you serious, man? Like, you do realize you sound like a fool, right? Like a damn fool, right? No one had the audacity to say that to him at all during this whole thing, and it made me laugh though, because I'm like, wow, he's actually getting elected. This is crazy, And not to say that I don't favor, the right or the left any kind of way, whatever. It's just like, wow, man, this is what we're doing. It just reminds me of that Doug Stanhope bit that I watched. He was just talking about who's picking our leaders and stuff, people who watch American Idol, like more people vote for that than they do for the presidency, and it's like, it really goes to show you, man. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of politics like that to the point where like a real like educated politician would, but from what I do know, man, I just look at it as, wow, man, this is like a shit show, man. It's not getting any better. We're getting stupider as a people. This country is becoming more and more of an easy landing spot for annihilation, man. And I'm just being real, man. That's why I'm trying to have all the fun that I can while I can, but at the same time stay peaceful, But his Trump voice, though, is like, I think it's spot on, man. It's like, I'm gonna keep, probably after I'm done doing this, I'm gonna be like, watch it a few more times just to try to get it down myself, because it'd be funny to do. It's like, my lady's the one really who suggested this to me, because she can't stand Trump, you know what I mean, and it's just like someone making fun of him just makes her laugh hysterically, and I was like, okay, I'll check this guy out, because I had never heard of him before as far as stand-up goes. But like I said, I don't know what I've seen him in, but I've seen Shane Gillis in something. I probably have to go research that. But his voice impression of him was spot on. I thought it was hilarious. He's just like, my opponent's gay. I walked in the room, I said, wow, this guy's gay. That is just too funny right there, man, because Trump really does sound like a buffoon, no matter what he's saying. He could even be saying something normal, like that actually makes sense, and he'd still sound stupid. But that's just hilarious to me, man. Big ups to Shane Gillis on this one, man. If there's any more of this guy that you guys like, leave it to me in the comments, man. I definitely want to get to it, because this dude is like goofy, man. I like how he's just like really comfortable on stage, you know what I mean? Not like really in an arrogant way, but he knows he's funny, and he knows that he's got something to say, and he knows he's gonna get laughs. So that's what I like about his presence on stage, man. I don't know how much more stand-up he's got in his catalog, but I'm definitely gonna have to check some out. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there. One more time, Shane Gillis with his Trump bit. Man, if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man, yeah, I think this was a cool way to start the week off, another newbie, to the list of comedians that I got, and I usually hesitate sometimes on some new stuff, because I just don't want to risk it not being funny to me, and then I'm just sitting here just looking at a screen, and you guys are like, okay, this was eventful. Nah, but I'm just trying to like make sure I'm picking out some funny stuff. Some things are funnier than others, obviously, but you know what, hey man, as long as they're talking about something that they can really make funny, and it doesn't get too serious and get people all in their feelings and stuff, probably won't be able to avoid the last one, but you guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, man, it's gonna be Eddie B TV signing off one more again here. Shane Gillis, man, funny dude, very funny dude, man. And like, I didn't know exactly where he was gonna be going with this bit. I imagine talking some kind of trash about Trump, but it was pretty much like just acknowledging, the effectiveness of his dysfunctional ways, man. Because Trump is a dumbass. I'm sorry, man. I'm just gonna say it how it is. Even if you did vote for him, you cannot deny that dude is like, ooh, he's really out there with his nonsense, man. But then again, man, so is everybody on the left. So it doesn't really matter who's in office. There's a nut of a different version, and they're running things, and or claiming to be running things. But yeah, this is a very funny bit by him, man, and definitely looking forward to getting into some more of him in the future, man. Shane Gillis, Round of applause, my man. You really had me rolling on this one a little bit. So yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in one more time to this one, man. I had some fun. This dude was kind of like outlandish in his own way when it came to his delivery. But overall, man, still very funny, and definitely shoot me some more if you guys got favorites of your own. So yeah, love and appreciate y'all. Peace.